In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use the n8n conditional switch node to manage workflow data based on predefined conditions, much like a switch case statement you'd find in programming languages. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be comfortable with setting up and configuring the switch node to route your workflow based on conditions you define. So let's dive right in. First things first, we'll need to start a workflow and retrieve the data we wish to evaluate. Begin by creating a new workflow within the n8n environment. Once your workspace is open, you'll need to add a trigger node. This could be any trigger that suits your needs, such as a manual trigger, a webhook, or one that operates on a schedule. This is an essential step as it sets the parameters for when your workflow should commence processing. Next, focus on retrieving the data that you want to evaluate within your workflow. This involves adding a node that can pull in data from your desired source. For instance, you might use a Google Sheets node to acquire rows of data, or perhaps an HTTP request node if your data resides on an external site. Connecting to these data sources is crucial, as without this data input, there won't be anything for the switch node to evaluate, and your workflow cannot proceed. With our data retrieval in place, it's time to incorporate the pivotal component of today's tutorial, the switch node. Add this node into your workflow, ensuring you connect it to the node that is fetching your data. The connection is important because it ensures that once the data is retrieved, it automatically flows into the switch node for evaluation. When you open the settings of the switch node, you'll have to make a choice between two modes, rules or expression. While the expression mode provides flexibility for those who are comfortable with JavaScript-based logic, today's focus will be on using the rules mode. This mode allows you to define specific conditions under which the data should be routed to different branches within your workflow. Think of this as setting up criteria for decision-making within your workflow, similar to a flowchart that guides data based on whether specified conditions are met. For example, you might wish to send an email if a value is above a certain threshold or log information for values below it. With the rules mode, you can carefully define these conditions in an intuitive and straightforward manner. Take your time to configure these rules according to the needs of your project. Once your rules are set, your switch node is ready to route the data through your workflow based on the conditions you specified. That's it. You've successfully set up an n8n conditional switch node, enabling your workflow to process data dynamically and efficiently. As always, make sure to test your workflow to ensure everything operates as anticipated. Thank you for joining in today, and I hope you found this tutorial useful. Feel free to subscribe for more insights and tips on getting the most out of n8n.